for having it and for the college hosting it. And I guess I usually would say I'm married, and my wife Carol sits in the front row. For 35 years she's put up with me, good, bad, and sometimes indifferent. We have 3 children, 5 grandchildren, a small Shih Tzu. We live in DeSoto. After listening to all the schooling and everything, I said, my goodness, I guess I should mention that. I went to Merritt Junior College, I went to Warshoe at night school, and then I got into law enforcement. I spent 1 year in the wonderful city of Ladue, where the super rich lived, and I was a poor guy from South St. Louis, Cleveland High School, working there with all the rich people. Stan Musial, Harry Carey, Mr. Bush, people that used helicopters to get back and forth from home to work. I spent 1 year with Ladue, 3 years with the Chrysler Corporation and their space division, 10 years as a private contractor with the federal government as assistant chief of security. Then I came to the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office under Buck Parker. Buck was, I guess, happy to see me, but he said, I want you to know you're the first Republican I've ever hired. I didn't know if that was good or bad. During that 24 years, I spent 10 years on the road. I spent 3 years in the COPS program. I spent time as a hostage negotiator. The best part of my whole career with the Sheriff's Department has been 14 years spent as a dare instructor in the schools in Jefferson County, the public schools and the parochial schools. And for those of you that might not know it, DARE is an anti-drug program. And I think it's a good program. I wouldn't have stayed in it 14 years, and I don't think they'd have let me stay in it unless I was doing a good job. It's great dealing with 5th graders. I don't have to deal with the bad guys, the ding-dongs, and the idiots of life. I get to deal with great kids and see them every day. And it was a fun job. I can't complain about my job the last 14 years. I've been asked in phone calls, in person, why I'm doing this, why am I running? My goal is to fight crime, reduce the drug usage, all these things. The big part of it is to put 35 officers back on the street. Mr. Boyer says this all the time. He's 35 guys short. You guys should all be really ticked off about being 35 guys short. It makes it more of a challenge to get to people's homes when they need help, to service calls for police, to work accidents, and everything else. My goal is to realign the department and put 35 men and women back on the street where they belong, to fight the drug problem. And a lot of us don't realize that the drug problem kind of ripples back to those same people are the same people sometimes that are doing the burglaries, assaults, burning houses down and blowing them up when they're making meth. The same people we're dealing with all the time. I think it'd be nice that we become proactive instead of just reacting. And guys, right now, we're just reacting. I'd like to bring back or reinitiate the DARE program. Right now, when I retired in December, they did away with the DARE program. But 2 weeks, well, almost 2 days really, if you get technical. 2 days after I retired, I was called by 3 schools in the county to come back to their schools to teach their program. This term, I again am at 3 different schools on my own teaching the DARE program. It's a valued class. We meet for 12 weeks. The schools want it. The sheriff's office should supply it. We're not doing it. You need to fight drugs. We can lock people up all day. You have to educate them somewhere. I would appreciate your vote November 6th. Thanks.